As the debate rages on over the COVID relief package in our nation's capital, the race is on across the country to vaccinate Americans.
Donald Trump's impeachment defense team leaving less than 2 weeks before his trial. Find out what local political leaders have to say about this.
Feeling a little down from the pandemic? Well, coming up, we'll show you a way to lift your spirits.
Live in high definition from your news leader, this is 1024 Action News at 11.
New at 11, the debate over a COVID relief package continues in Washington, while across the country, the race is on to vaccinate Americans. ABC's Zohreen Shah reports that while nearly 50 million doses of authorized vaccines have been distributed, just over 31 million have been administered.
The debate over President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief package continues in Washington. The president had hoped for bipartisan support, but on Friday, seeming to indicate he's willing to move ahead without it.
The COVID relief has to pass. There's no ifs, ands, or buts.
10 GOP senators have sent a letter to the White House asking for a meeting to discuss a compromise.
We've received the letter and we certainly will be reviewing it over the course of the day.
The GOP's proposal is about a third of what Biden is calling for.
With regard to the direct payments, we think they should be much more targeted. $50,000 cap for individuals, as an example, $100,000 for a family.
But Senator Bernie Sanders believes Democrats can get it done, even without bipartisan support.
Hard for me to imagine any Democrat who doesn't understand the need to go forward right now in an aggressive way to protect the working families.
Meanwhile, the push to get Americans vaccinated continues. Many waiting in line for hours, others struggling to get an appointment.
I have never, ever gone through anything like this.
Some say these challenges with the vaccine rollout are not surprising.
Our public health system has been underfunded for decades. And the idea that the public health system can stand up that quickly to do something on this scale is something that just can't happen.
West Virginia's rollout of the vaccine considered a success, helped by the logistics capabilities of the National Guard. As vials of the vaccines arrive in the state, within hours they are sent to local drugstores and health clinics.
We had to take the vaccines to the people rather than bring the people to the vaccine.
Zohreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
59 people have died of COVID-19 across the state in the past 24 hours. Here are the latest COVID-19 cases. According to the Pennsylvania Department of Health, in Erie County, there were 96 new positive cases. The total since March now reaching 15,437. Crawford County reporting 35 new cases. Warren County is up by 2. Ashtabula County reports an increase of 11. There was no update provided for Chautauqua County. Meanwhile, 3,985 cases across the Commonwealth, with a total now over 843,000 cases. 5 members of Donald Trump's former legal team stepping down from his impeachment case just weeks away from the trial. Chelsea Swift joins us in the newsroom with local reaction to the impeachment case standing. It seems as though Trump has recruited new lawyers for his defense, Chelsea.
Hi, Brian. That's right. Trump announcing 2 new lawyers just one day after his former defense team collapsed. Some local leaders say the focus of this defense should not be the 2020 election. Erie County Councilman Brian Shank says when he first heard the news of Donald Trump's impeachment defense leaving, he was surprised. He believes Trump's legal team should be focusing on the impeachment, not the election.
And it appears there was a little difference of opinion that they should be focusing on the impeachment, where the president, former President Trump, wants to go fixate on the election. And right now, it's an impeachment issue.
Shank adding he believes Trump's impeachment trial is holding the nation behind.
We have a new president. We have to move this country forward, because right now I feel like we're just kind of stuck in the mud spinning our wheels and we're not moving forward.
One political leader says despite some calling Trump's impeachment unnecessary, he believes it sends a message to future presidents.
It lets people know that when you are in this position of power that is supposed to be to protect and defend the Constitution and our democratic processes, that you can't incite insurrection.
Wirtz says he believes believes Trump's former legal team seems to be fed up with his claim to the 2020 election.
An exodus from Donald Trump's inner circle, certainly from his legal team, and he'll encourage whomever represents him to pursue a fictional defense.
One of Trump's new lawyers, Bruce Castor, is a well-known attorney in Pennsylvania. Brian?
Chelsea Swift reporting. Thank you. A home is destroyed by flames in Crawford County Sunday night. The fire broke out around 8 o'clock at the 6800 block of Main Street in Hartstown. According to the Fallowfield Fire Chief, when crews arrived, they found a working fire on the first floor. There were no major injuries reported, but the homeowner did suffer minor smoke inhalation. The home is considered a total loss. There's no word yet on a cause. After 2 years of waiting, the community will begin to see some changes to downtown Erie streets starting this summer. Over $5 million is being invested into a streetscape master plan to enhance downtown streets. The plan is broken into 4 phases, starting at an area along State Street, stretching from 2nd to 12th Street. The streetscape plan will take about 3 years to complete, with work taking place each summer. John Buchna from the Erie Downtown Partnership says this kind of large investment is needed to make improvements to the downtown area.
It truly does transform downtown. It's a great thing. Better accommodating sidewalk with different technology and more welcoming with greenery and space, a utilization of space, the incorporation of our Gateway project at 3rd and State.
Donors for this plan include the Erie County Gaming Revenue Authority, the Perry Square Alliance, and others, all in effort to improve downtown Erie. The winter storm that dumped 9 feet of snow in parts of Northern California and more than a foot of snow in parts of the Midwest is now headed towards the Northeast and Mid-Atlantic states. ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports New York City is already canceling in-person classes and COVID-19 vaccination appointments.
More than 100 million Americans are under winter weather alerts as we head into the work week. The Northeast bracing for heavy snowfall, expected to begin sometime Sunday evening and continue through Tuesday. New York City schools will be remote on Monday. COVID-19 vaccination appointments are being rescheduled.
We'll get them done as quickly as humanly possible, but it's just not going to be safe out there on Monday.
The ground already covered in Washington, D.C. This store owner in Maryland says he's doing a brisk business as people prepare.
It's not the typical bread, milk, and toilet paper. It's an awful lot of chips, frozen pizza, cookies, and snacks, things to keep everybody happy when they're home playing.
Virginia's Department of Transportation has 3,000 trucks working around the clock.
We would rather have somebody be out there a little early before the storm starts than trying to travel during the storm to get to the area that they need to plow.
The Chicago area could see more than a foot of snow by the time the storm moves out Sunday evening. Lake Michigan covered with icy waves as temperatures plunged. But some Windy City residents are taking it in stride. In Minnesota, a woman had to be rescued from freezing waters after she tried to rescue her dog and fell through the ice herself. Northern California is digging out after seeing almost 9 feet of snow late last week. A section of highway, one in Big Sur, collapsed into the ocean following heavy rains. No word yet on when the road will reopen. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, Washington, D.C.
Coming up on Jet 24 Action News at 11 o'clock. Feeling blue during the pandemic? We'll tell you about therapy dogs and the natural way to increase the endorphins in your body. First, here's Craig Flint with the forecast. Hey, Craig.
And that storm over Chicago now making its way towards us and the East Coast as mentioned. But you know what? Why don't you grab some chips, dip, and pizza? I like that idea. And come on back. We'll update you on the forecast for us. Thanks.
From your news leader, you're watching Brian Wilk, meteorologist Craig Flint, and Mike Fenner.